honest truth. We got a wood hammer. Yeah, we go for it. Okay, Champy, you're bringing that Darkrai. Wow, that's a fun Pokemon to go up against. Alright, so looking at his team, do I see a Rapid Spinner? And I also see Core Change. Those are the questions I asked, though. Because when I'm playing with this team, I want to set up hazards. But the best way to keep them up is if they see a Rapid Spin, if you see the Core Change, you got to try and get rid of those Pokemon before you do anything. So looking at our leads, dude, I still don't hate the Ribombee. Just going on offensive with Ribombee looks pretty good here as a lead. Glimmora doesn't look bad. Glimmora could be better, though. I mean, we could also just lead the Rillaboom, but I'm okay trying the Ribombee lead, making them think that we're just going to set up sticky webs. In reality, if we set up sticky webs, knowing that he can just rapid spin them away. So maybe we don't set up the sticky webs right off the bat and try and get rid of his Pokemon. You know, go on to more offensive. Slow King makes that kind of hard to do, though. Slow King makes... Okay, so we can easily just swap on out, though. We can also stun Spore. I don't hate that. Stun Spore and swap on out. We could go ahead and try and set up the sticky webs, but like I said, it would... I mean, the worst case scenario, he can court change us, and we definitely don't want that. We definitely don't want that. Critical hit on the Ribombee. I think we gotta switch out. And I mean, Rillaboom's a perfect Pokemon to come in here. Having this Slow King paralyzed too is super, super nice, because him being paralyzed, he won't be able... Obviously, he's already slow, but I mean, there's chances that he just can't go for like Future Sight or going for any of his support moves because there's a chance of paralyzation. So we're always looking like we're in a pretty decent spot with that. Potential switching out here. Obviously, I think he is switching out. It'd be almost a fool to stay in. I don't hate the U-turn play because I think U-turn gives us a nice momentum. Plus, it hits a lot of his mon super effective. He is actually terrestrializing. So this is super interesting. Terrestrializing the Pokemon that we actually have the status on into a poison typing. I wonder what you're thinking here, you know? Like, what are we thinking? We got a decent little chunk out on him. We're choice banded. We do a little bit of damage. You know, every once in a while we can get some damage done. I don't hate. What is he gonna be doing? Would he be scouting right now? I don't think he would be. So we're gonna go into Gliscor. What are you gonna do? Chilling reception, maybe? I don't know. I don't know what you want to do. Scald? There's no way. There is no way you Scald. You was predicting that U-turn. Wow. That's a play. That's a good play. Our opponent made a huge prediction, and I think it pays off. That's a huge play. We can go for Protect here. Get some HP back for sure. I mean, we can Tera Water. Ooh, wait a second. That Future Sight. I forgot all about this. No! Gliscor. And the Gliscor video is doing absolutely nothing. If I stop recording right now, Gliscor will be sweeping teams. But people are prepared for Gliscor. I'm not gonna lie to you. So this is why I think this band is crazy. People are prepared for Gliscor. People's teams are prepared to fight Gliscor. And Gliscor's not that broken. Like when someone's unexpectedly going up against Gliscor, and they don't know what Gliscor does, which who doesn't know what Gliscor does at this point? Yes, Gliscor can become an issue, but Gliscor's not an issue. Gliscor, this right now is not an issue. Ribombee coming out. We got a Ruination off. Okay, fantastic. You're probably what? Sticky webs? I can probably go into Glimmora here. We'll go into Glimmora. If you Sticky Webs, we Mortal Spin. If you want to hit us with a special attack, that's fine too. Switcheroo coming out. This is interesting. What are we getting? We're changing our Focus Sash for Choice Specs. I don't hate that at all. I don't hate that at all. That's fantastic. I don't know if Mortal Spin is a physical attack. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, we Power Gem here. Dude, we're Choice Specs. Sticky Webs are up. I understand. Now that the Sticky Webs are up, you know, it is what it is. I mean, we could probably go ahead and set up our own Sticky Webs. Because you can't core change and it wouldn't do anything, you know? But Glimmora with the Choice Specs. This is actually rather interesting right now. Let's see what happens. Darkrai coming out. Darkrai being a very, very scary Pokemon here. Tera Ghost is not going to save me from a Dark Pulse. What could he go for? We are... Could he? I mean, yeah, he could definitely have Psychic. Dark Pulse. I think Ting-Lu is just the best bond to go into. Alright, so we go into the Ting-Lu here. Get caught into Sticky Webs. Ting-Lu really doesn't care though. He's already slow. All we care about is using his ability to basically dodge the Psychic attack. Fantastic. Alright, so we could probably throw a Earthquake or a Spike at him. I don't hate the Earthquake here. If we can get some damage off on something. Yeah, I had a feeling you were going to try and save the Darkrai as much as possible. Cinderace coming out onto the Earthquake, though. This is actually some great damage. Fantastic damage, actually. Cinderace goes down. Fantastic. That's what I'm talking about. Ting-Lu coming in and smacking around that Cinderace like it's nobody's business. Ogerpon coming in. We can go into Rillaboom maybe. I also don't hate going into Glimmora, trying to potentially get some toxic debris up on the field too. Wouldn't be a bad idea. Because then we can come in with Rillaboom, potentially U-turning. It'd be safer, wouldn't it? To go ahead, go with the Glimmora, knowing that we're going to try and sack it off. But it gives us the toxic debris on the side of the field. And then go into the Rillaboom on the safe switch in. To then damage. Ooh, that Sword Stance. Okay, I mean, hey, you still have to respect our Glimmora here. Like, you have to attack us. Yep. Which puts up a layer of toxic spikes on your side of the field. So at this point, everything that comes in is getting poisoned. Now we go into the Rillaboom? Or do we go into Raging Bolt? I'm going to go into Rillaboom for right now. I do think Rillaboom should be fine here. I'm only worried about his U-turn. Sad part is, Tera Grass does not help me out at all. Alrighty. We can Tera Grass and try and go for a Grassy Glide and get a huge hit off. We could try that, potentially. But I think the safer play is just going for the U-turn here. Yep, oh, fantastic. Ogerpon switching out. Enter the Darkrai. Darkrai is getting sacked off here. Poisoned. Does he survive the Choice Banded U-turn? No, sir, he does not. Ooh, that's actually fantastic to see. Alright, Rillaboom coming back. That was a great job there. We go into the Ribombee. Go into the Ribombee. We set up some sticky webs. I mean, if he outspeeds us, he outspeeds us, but it is what it is. Does he go into the Great Tusk by any chance? Because if he does on this board, then we can threaten with the Moonblast. But he goes into Ogerpon. Probably what? Setting up another Swords Dance? I'm for the sticky webs. Alright, Horn Leech just to get rid of the Ribombee. He had to respect the Ribombee because he didn't want to get the sticky webs up on his side of the field as well. Which is fine. That's fantastic. I mean, that's fair enough. We stopped you from going for the Swords Dance play, which means Rillaboom's freely able to come back in and go for another powerful U-turn. You might stay in. And if you do, you're either going into the Slow King, which is Tera poisoned, or you're going to the Great Tusk. I don't hate going for Tera Grass here, going for the Grassy Glide, going for some massive damage. Go into that Slow King. Go into the Slow King. Tera poison, you do get rid of our Toxic Spikes. It is what it is. We'll go ahead, try slice into a grass type. We're going to be hitting as hard as we can with our Grassy Glide. And I expect this to basically bounce off. I don't expect this to do that much damage. But it's basically saying this is our win con. That did way too much damage. Yo. Okay. Yeah, Rillaboom is definitely our win con here. That did a lot of damage. We gotta keep him alive. We go into Raging Boat here. We go into Raging Boat, and the booster energy is gonna make it to where we get our special attack boost. I'm just gonna start throwing some Dragon Pulses out there. He does have the Great Tusk, but no, we're fine. Just going for some Dragon Pulses. Curious to see, yeah, he's going for a Slack Off. Okay, so he was kind of curious to see what we was going to do. Dragon Pulse is free. Yeah, Ogerpon. Even the Great Tusk doesn't like this. So how much damage are we doing? About how much Rillaboom done to us. So yeah, no, we're fine. Chilly Reception coming out. It gives them basically a free pivot. And I'm not too worried about the Slowking. Knowing that Rillaboom's Grassy Glide did that much, as long as we keep Rillaboom safe, we're fine. Okay, here comes the Great Tusk. Question is, we actually probably sack here, don't we? I think we always sack in this position. We go for Dragon Pulse. He goes for the Ice Spear, predicting maybe the Rillaboom or something. We may not faint. Yeah, no, we take it like a champion. Go for the Dragon Pulse. And we're doing chunks to him. Alright. He doesn't want to go for the Headlong Rush, but at this point he's definitely going to be going for it. Unless he's banded. But if he's banded, he'd do a lot more damage than that. We show that we're willing to stay in, is the thing. So at this point we do switch out into the Rillaboom. Does he go for Ice Spin or does he go for Headlong Rush? We'll find out. Because the Ice Spinner definitely doesn't pick up a KO. So I feel like he's going to be going for the Headlong Rush here. So saving the Raging Boat would be so huge. Earthquake coming out. That's weakened by the grassy terrain. Fantastic. So Slowbro could come in here. And if he does, he's meeting a Woodhammer to the face. Choice Banded. Grassy Glide did that much damage to him. Slow King. My friend, you are not going to be liking this. 2 wood hammers to the face right now. Oh, not very effective one-hit KOs. I love it when it says that because it's like, he was at full health and we just one-shotted you, man. Not very effective. Yeah, okay. Rillaboom coming through for us. Alright. Ogerpon comes out. I do switch Rillaboom out here. This is 110% what I have to do. I have to switch Rillaboom out. And we basically either sack Ting-Lu or Raging Bolt. We can do Ting-Lu. And I can Whirlwind. If he tries to set up something on us, we can easily just Whirlwind him. It's no big deal. Or we could Ruination. I mean, like I said, we're trying to sack him off. I don't know if he would try and set up on us or not. He very well could be trying to set up on us. If he does, he does. You know, that's where I think we can go for like a move like Ruination and knock him down to half HP. I think that would be fantastic. Because that poison's chipping at him. We go for the Ruination play. He has to KO us, basically. Because he doesn't want us to do anything to him. So this is a clean sack. We can now go back into the Rillaboom, go for Grassy Glides. Basically to finish out this game. And I have faith that it should finish the game. How many more turns of Grassy Terrain do we have? We probably have, what, 2 more turns, roughly, from my quick counts. Hopefully I'm right. But Rillaboom's back in. We'll check this right now. How many turns do we have? We have 1 turn. Okay. Either way, we go for Grassy Glide here. And then next turn we may switch to... Okay, fantastic. Get that KO. Grassy Terrain does disappear. Now we go into Raging Bolt to reset the Grassy Terrain, so then Rillaboom can finish off this Great Tusk. That's the safest thing to do. Resetting the Grassy Terrain, so that way the next turn I can go for the Grassy Glide. So what is he going to be doing here? More than likely Ice Spinner, and we probably do survive 1. Which then kind of puts us in this little awkward stage. But we're just going to stay in with Raging Bolt. We're just staying in. We're saying, look, if you're wanting to set up or something, be our guest, but we'll KO you with the Dragon Pulse. If you want to KO us, that's fine. But now we have Rillaboom with priority Grassy Glide. He's been doing a lot of work in this game for us. And he's going to be our winner here. Alright, so yeah, all we have to do is finish this Great Tusk off with Grassy Glide, and this is our game. We lock this in, Grassy Glide comes out, good game. And that was a very good game. Came down to the wire, we got down to our very last Pokemon basically. I mean, very, very good game. Kind of a tough matchup, but things kind of fell in our favor, so... Hey, we'll take it. We'll take it. Alright, so our next battle is against DDD. Rocking out with some pretty scary Pokemon. Koraidon, Fluttermane. But you know what? That's no problem. That's no problem with this team. We got the Choice Bender Rillaboom. Rillaboom can do a lot of damage to his team. So can Ribombee. We gotta get Ribombee in the correct time. I think we can... I think we could lead Ribombee though. We lead Ribombee, potentially get the Sticky Webs up. He does have the Rapid Spinner, but he has no Court Change, so I think we're okay there. Lead to Ribombee. It forces him to Rapid Spin later, which we could definitely we can try and stop that. Or just allow him to do it, and it gives us a free switch in, a turn to do something that, hey, he has a Rapid Spin, and we'll do something else. And potentially maybe even KO. Okay, so he leads things off with the Walking Wake. We got the Ribombee. Is he scared? Is he scared of the Ribombee? Like, we can just go straight up Moonblast and probably two-shot him. I do think he switches out here. Let's go ahead and set up some sticky webs. That is the strategy. It's to set up some sticky webs. He stays in. Very interesting. What is he going to do? Flamethrower? Flip turn. Okay, so he's just wanting to break Focus Sash. That's fine. I do think having the sticky webs up basically allows us to outspeed just about everything on your team with any of our Pokemon, which just gives us ultimate speed control. And if you don't take a hit, it means you have heavy duty boots, so therefore we're probably looking fine. We know what your item is at that point. We can handle you. Alright, so you decide to go into the Flutter Mane. Very interesting. Get caught in the sticky web. So now we know at least we can outspeed you, and you are not booster energy. So more than likely choice specs in some way. We can expect Mystical Fire. It could also just be Moonblast. I'm going to go into Ting-Lu just to scout to see what he's wanting to do. More than likely your choice specs. You could be Choice Scarf, but that's kind of weird. I guess it's not that weird though, depending on if you're planning on playing the Ubers or not. Let's see. But we do weaken your special attack here as you go for the Mystical Fire, which is a fantastic switch for us. Ting-Lu looking fantastic here. Alright, so we got Earthquake. We can easily just Earthquake. We can also set up a layer of spikes. I do think you go into the Great Tusk though. I feel like you go into the Great Tusk here. So like we can Whirlwind you out, but that doesn't stop much. I still say we Whirlwind. We Whirlwind this turn because if it is the Great Tusk, I want to be 100% ready for it. You know, it's the Koraidon. Very interesting. We are Whirlwinding him out. Potentially the Great Tusk can come in here, but it is what it is. At the end of the day, Whirlwinding you out. Yeah, definitely. Sending out Koraidon here, setting up the Sun was probably the best thing for his team because his team really revolves around this Sun setting Koraidon. So this is actually kind of scary. We do Whirlwind him right into the Walking Wake. Walking Wake definitely feels like he can probably get a big KO right here against our Ting-Lu. So we definitely have to think about what our next move is very carefully. I'm expecting the Hydro Sting to come out. We might have to go into Raging Bolt. Maybe, or we can sack. We might have to sack here because I don't know what Ting-Lu does anyway in the rest of this battle, other than maybe potentially setting up some spikes. So yeah, Hydro Steam comes out. We should survive one. Fantastic. Gives us enough to set up one layer of spikes. And it kind of gives him a chance to think, what do I want to do? Do I want to finish this Ting-Lu off? Keep him around? If I was him, I would definitely be trying to take him out. But he's got to be thinking, is he going to try and save it, switch it out, or whatever? No, we're not going to be trying to save it, though. It's at 30 HP. Go ahead, take us out. Hydro Sting coming out, taking us out. Ting-Lu, I think, did his job for the most part. I mean, we're going up against basically an Uber squad. So, I mean, we're going to have to sacrifice where we don't want to necessarily. But that's just kind of what we have to do, you know? I want to go into the Raging Bolt here. Alright, so what Raging Bolt will allow me to do is he wants to blast some type of dragon move at me right now. I want Tera Fairy. And I want to go ahead and set up a Calm Mind. Tera Fairy, Calm Mind. This might be the freest Calm Mind in the world. If he Hydro Steams, we should live at least one. I'm curious too to see if we outspeed after the Sticky Webs. We may not. We might, though. We very well might. We do outspeed, so we get a Calm Mind boost off. Is he going for the Dragon move? Like a Draco Meteor or Dragon Pulse, or is he going for Hydro Steam here? Hydro Steam, my man might be Specs. Yeah, no, that's Specs for sure. We Dragon Pulse here. Do we pick up a KO? Fantastic. Fantastic. Okay. So we got some... Well, I was about to say we have some sunlight going on for us, but it's alright. We still have our booster energy. So we're just still proccing some Photosynthesis boosts. And our special attack is still heightened up. So we're okay. We're okay. Let's see. What is he going to bring in here? We got a Calm Mind. A Brute Bond that comes out. How well does this thing take? He's going to Sucker Punch, ain't he? He's going to Sucker Punch us. Which is not going to be fun. I think we go into Glimmora, though. We can't. Is that weird, though? I don't think it's that weird. If you Sucker Punch, we can go into Gliscor. Get our Toxic Orb activated. I just think we can save the Raging Bolt. There's no reason not to. I feel like the Sucker Punch is coming. Hopefully he doesn't go for Spore. But you know, we'll have to wait and see what he decides to do here. I don't want him to go for Spore if we can avoid it. Let's see. Seed Bomb. Yo, we could have stayed in. I was fearing the Sucker Punch. Wow, okay. So how he plays that, though, your Choice Scarf is what it looks like to me. I could be wrong, because, I mean, we're basing off of one turn where you could have easily made a prediction, but well, you're not Choice Scarf if we outsped you. Choice Band? You might not be anything. Yeah, no, you're not Choice at all. Payback. Yo. My man has got some anger issues here. We're going to protect this turn. I need to get back in the green a little bit. But Gliscor looking very, very scary. Getting this protect off will get us close to the green. And then we can follow up with maybe, hopefully, a Facade. And I'm hoping that Facade, it's going to be enough to KO. Here's a Sucker Punch. Okay, so now I'm a bit concerned. So he does have Sucker Punch. Does that do 89 HP? If Payback did that much, I'm very, very scared of the Sucker Punch, actually. Like, I want to Swords Dance and Protect again. Get myself up in a decent amount of HP. He doesn't Sucker Punch, though, so I'm kind of curious to see what he's going to do. Is it Payback? Oh, no. Out prediction, out playing. Alright, is he Sucker Punching? He might not be. He wants to save his Sucker Punch. He knows I want to go for Protect. We're going Facade. Fantastic. He's switching out. Something is taking a +4. That's Koraidon. You're taking a +4 from this Gliscor right now. Facade. This is not going to feel good. This is boosted, too. I mean, this is gonna hurt. Yo, that did a lot of damage. That did good damage. I want to go ahead and try and finish him off, but I also want to get some HP back with our Protect. Because, I mean, eventually we're going to have to face that Brute Bandit. Flare Blitz. Okay. So, yeah, if we can definitely probably outspeed here. Right? No, we don't. Even with the sticky webs, we do not outspeed. Wow, did we trade Gliscor for Koraidon here? No, not quite. We still have to deal with this guy. That's not that big of an issue, though, as we can go into Rillaboom. We could also just go into Ribombee. I don't hate that. That just basically says that you can't go into Brute Bandit. Like, we'll finish off. You basically can't switch any of your Pokemon in except for Fluttermane, which Fluttermane scares me enough anyway. But It is what it is. We're going Moonblast here. Yeah, Flutter Mane. Does it take it though? Like, I know it takes it a little bit. Okay, so you're at full health. Sticky webs and then a layer of spikes. So you got a little chip damage on you. What do you get? Speed? Special defense. Wow. Okay. So very bulky Flutter Mane. Special attack did drop. We can Stun Spore it. We very well could Sun Spore it. I'm trying to think what he wants to do. Probably Mystical Fire again. We could probably have to go into the Glimmora here. But we don't accomplish much by going to the Glimmora. I just know we need to save Ribombee. So I don't think Glimmora is a big factor in this game anyway. We can maybe set up some Stealth Rocks. We can Mortal Spin maybe. Mystical Fire does come out. So fantastic there. Special attack does drop. That's not the biggest deal. Flutter Mane's Photosynthesis does wear out. And we're going to go ahead and set up a layer of Stealth Rocks. Interesting too that he's basically sacking the Koraidon when he swapped it out. Because, I mean, unless he find a way to get his Great Tusk in here to Rapid Spin, that Koraidon cannot switch in. Shadow Ball coming out. It's not doing that much damage. I'm willing to go toe for toe right now. Let's go ahead and Mortal Spin, get this thing poisoned. Yeah, I'm willing to go toe to toe with you. You got a special attack drop. I think we'll at least be doing enough damage to you. Like, we can go a stab power gem here. It ain't gonna be doing that much damage, but it should be. It'll be doing a little bit of damage. Gets you into red. So if you feel like you can switch out, or if we're threatening you, we basically pick you up with Rillaboom here. Saving the Ribombee is huge. In fact, I want to go back inside into the Ribombee because it forces now where nobody wants to switch into its Moonblast. Nobody can switch into it. So this Moonblast will knock out the Flutter Mane, but then it's free. Basically, any Pokemon he brings in, we know we're going to be hitting it super effective with our Moonblast. Like, we may not be knocking it out, but we're getting a lot of damage out. We'll be doing a lot. Is it the Koraidon? Okay. Sticky Web, Stealth Rocks, and Spikes will go before his ability does, so it does knock him out. That's what I was saying earlier. You got to try and get that Great Tusk in to try and Rapid Spin. Him not being able to Rapid Spin those away might be costing him the game. Let's see, does he go into Great Tusk here? It's the Brute Bonded. Okay. So, we know we outspeed you. So, like, what are you going to be going for? You're probably thinking Sucker Punch to see if you can knock us out. I don't think you do. I don't think you knock us out here. You do Terrasilize. Are you Fire by any chance? I mean, that's pretty decent for this team if you are Tera Fire. It is. Tera Fire actually kind of scary. But we do get a Moonblast off. Tera Blast. Okay. Ribombee goes down. This might be kind of scary here. Alright, so we got 2 Pokemon left. Sucker Punch kind of scares the Raging Bolt a little bit. Not too bad. Choice Bender, Rillaboom. If we can weaken this thing. And it seems like it's a very offensive, so I'm hoping that you don't have Spore. Do we survive a Sucker Punch? Because if we do, we can go Thunderbolt. Guarantee the KO. Or we just outspeed. Fantastic. And no... Ooh, but Tera Blast coming out. Okay. Does this look like a Rillaboom finish to me? You got a very low HP Brute Bonded. You have a great Tusk. And have we knocked out the Walking Wake? I don't think the Walking Wake has that much HP left. No, we did knock out the Walking Wake. Ooh, hold on. It's the Roaring Moon. Oh, that changes things a lot. No, I don't think this is winnable. I don't think it's winnable at this point in the game. We would hammer here. Knock him out. The problem is the Roaring Moon. I don't see a way where Rillaboom knocks out the Roaring Moon. I mean, we had to give up so much because of the kind of team our opponent was running. That's why they're considered Ubers. It was a great game, though. But, I mean, yeah, this is not the issue. This mon right here is not the issue. We outspeed them, we wood hammer them, we knock them out. That's not the issue. The issue is going to be this Roaring Moon. If we somehow knock it out without being KO'd ourselves, that will be very, very awesome. But I don't see it happening. Sticky webs will slow him down. Spikes, stealth rocks. We got some chip on you. I don't even know if we outspeed you, tell you honest truth. We got a wood hammer. Yeah, we go for it. Yo! Yo! Ladies and gentlemen, Choice Banded Rillaboom? No way. No way. What was that Roaring Moon? I don't care. Is it some type of mix set that you happen to have a lower defense nature for and that was just perfect for Rillaboom to knock it out? I don't care. That's awesome. Good game, DDD. Fantastic game for Rillaboom. That was insane.